Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cloud9's Wednesday webinar series. A quick introduction about our company. We are a Microsoft Gold partner in cloud platform, data analytics, application development, and app integration based in Chicago area. We have worked with numerous clients in various verticals to harness the power of cloud and leading them to digital transformation. So coming back to our webinars, our Wednesday webinar series takes place once a month on Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. And today's topic is refresh your Power BI data set using Power Automate. Our speaker for the day is Dhruv. This session will be recorded, and now Dhruv will take over.
Thank you, Joshita. So, hello everyone. So today's topic is refresh your Power BI dataset using Power Automate and introduction to Power Platform. So today's agenda is I will go through the intro to Power BI, like what is the Power BI. Then I will go through Power Automate. Then I will show two demos. First will be refresh Power BI dataset using Power Automate. And second demo will be adding rows to Power BI dataset using Power Automate. So let's move forward. And so first of all, what is Power BI? So Power BI is a business analytics service provided by Microsoft. It provides us a 360-degree view for business users with their most important metrics in one place. So for example, if company wants to see their sales performance or company wants to see the financial dashboard, like also company wants to see the income statement balance sheet, they can create in Power BI and they can see in Power BI. Also, it updated in real time. So data will refresh in real time. Also, it available on all the device like in phone, tablet, and computers. So this is the Power BI, and second will be Power Automate. So Power Automate is an online workflow service that Microsoft provide. So it uses for automates the actions across the most common apps and services. Also, it connects to more than 220 services and can manage data either in cloud or on-premise sources like SharePoint and Microsoft SQL Server. Also, we can respond to high priority notifications or emails using Microsoft Flow. We can capture, track, and follow up with the new sales leads. Also, we can copy all the email attachments to our OneDrive for business account. And we can collect the data from the business and we can share internally with the team. So it will reduce our manual work, and so the automate word stands for that. So it's a great tool which is provided by Microsoft. So now let's go for the demo one. So demo one will be refresh the dataset of Power BI using Power Automate. So first I will connect the Excel data from OneDrive to Power BI desktop. Then I will create a basic report on Power BI desktop. Then I will publish to Power BI service, and then I will create a flow in Power Automate and which refresh the dataset after updating the dataset. So let's go for that. So first of all, I will go to OneDrive. So in the OneDrive, I have a dataset diabetes.xlsx. So it's an Excel file. So what I will do is I will open an app and I will copy the path for that. Oh, here it is. Okay, so first let me copy the path. Sorry. Then we open the Power BI desktop, we'll go to get data from web because we are taking the data from OneDrive. And then we'll paste the link and we'll remove the last part of this link, like web equals to 1. So we'll keep until diabetes.xlsx. Okay, so it will take data, or it might ask for the credentials. But yeah, it seems it did not ask, but sometimes it will ask. So now I will go to transform the data. So it will open a Power Query editor. So after that, I will add a column. So I will go to add column. I want to add the index column, which starts from 1. So for counting the rows, I added this index column. Then I will do close and apply. So the query will apply in the background, and after it loaded, we can see now. Okay, so here we can see that the data is loaded. So what I will do is I will create a card to see the index number, and here it sums up, but I will go like count distinct. So it says like we have 775 rows around. So what I will do is now I will update my Excel file. But before that, I will create a Power Automate flow. So what I will do is I will go to this. Sorry, just a second. Yes. All right. So I will go to flow.microsoft.com. Then here, this is a general layout of flow Power Automate. So here I will go to, I want to create a flow. So I will go to create. Then I want an automated flow. So click on automated flow. Then I will just give a simple name like refresh data and in Power BI. And what I will do is I want to refresh the dataset when I update my OneDrive file. So I will do is I will search for OneDrive, then go down. Then this is OneDrive for business, and when I modified my file, it should trigger the my dataset. So I will hit on create. Now I have to give the folder location. So here I will click here, then I will go to Wednesday webinar. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the file is in Wednesday webinar. So after that, the next step will be I want to refresh my Power BI dataset. So what I will do is I will search for refresh, or I will search for Power BI. Yeah. So here we can see there are two tools for Power BI. One is refresh a dataset. Second is add rows to a dataset. For now, we'll use the refresh dataset. Then in second demo, we'll use the add rows to dataset. So we'll click on refresh a dataset. So right now it won't it shows lots of workspace and lots of dataset. So before entering any workspace or dataset, we need to publish our Power BI desktop report. So for that, I will click on publish. So yes, I need to save the report. I will give diabetes Wednesday webinar. Then I need to create a workspace for that. So first I will go to app.powerbi.com. I will sign into with my credentials. Then I will create a new workspace. So for creating a new workspace, I have to click on workspaces. Then I will go to create a workspace, and I can give a name. So this is Wednesday webinar. Then if you want to give any description, you can give description also. But for now it's fine. I will save the workspace. So I created a workspace. Now what I will do is I will publish my report. So I will just need to click on publish. Then our workspace will come up. So it's Wednesday webinar. So our Power BI desktop file will publish to the Power BI service. So it seems like it's success. Then let's go click here, then report. So we can see our report also. So what I will do is I will click on the report. I will pin this into our dashboard. So I will create a new dashboard for this particular workspace. So the dashboard name, I can give any name. So for now I will give diabetes dashboard. So it seems that it pinned properly. Yes, go to dashboard. So yeah, we can see that our count of index is there. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to our flow, click on this down arrow, and okay, we need to refresh this thing, I guess, or delete, and yes, again new step, search for Power BI, click, and now we are able to see no, sorry for that, we are not able to see, but I guess we need to refresh this page. So what I will do is I'll click OK, refresh, and I will create again. Okay, I will create a flow again. So same diabetes, Power BI webinar. I will search for OneDrive. Click when file is modified, create. Our file will be in Wednesday webinar folder. Next step, then same thing, I will search for Power BI, refresh our data set. Now it should, yeah, here it is, Wednesday webinar now. So maybe we need to refresh our page to see the updated workspace. Now I will select the data set. So the data set is diabetes Wednesday webinar. So click on that. Then I can also add some email notification. If whenever the data set is updated, I can get the email also. So I will write email. So send an email notification. Accept. I will write this. I will give my email address. Then subject Power BI dataset refresh, and Power BI dataset is refresh. So yeah, we can write any email body, we can give subject, we can add so as many as user we want to add, then we just hit now save. So whenever I update my Excel OneDrive file, it will refresh my Power BI dataset and it will send an email to me that dataset is refreshed. So I will go to click on save. It seems like it is saved. Now I can go back. So now I will open that file. So until now we saw that how many, here it is count of index is 775. So let's copy a row and paste it over here. And it seems, so we updated our OneDrive file, my OneDrive Microsoft Excel file, and it will take a couple of minutes to update over here. So we can wait for that, but yeah, bear with me for a couple of minutes. So this couple of minutes will take whenever we are doing for the first time, but after that it will update like as quickly as possible. Let's see. Okay. So we can add one more row also. Let's add one more row. Oh, yeah, here. So it seems that 16 seconds ago, the data set is refreshed. Now let's check our Power BI service. So here in the dashboard, we can see the count of index is updated. It is showing like 776 count. And also I received an email notification regarding that. So this is how the flow works. So refreshing the data is very important task in industry. So we can in Power BI we can schedule the refreshing data set. But what if someone refresh the data set after the scheduling time? So everyone likes to see the updated data set. So that's why this Power Automate tool comes, and it's really powerful. So this is our first demo. So for second demo, what I will do is, second demo is on refresh a Power BI data set, adding rows to Power BI data set using Power Automate. So for this, we'll create a demo Microsoft survey form. Then we'll create a streaming data set in the Power BI service, and we'll create a flow in Power Automate, which refresh the data set after adding rows. So it will add the row in the data set or in the Power BI data set automatically. So I have already created a form. So it's a survey form. So this survey form contains 3-4 questions like which laptop you are using, for how many years you are using the laptop, which technology you use the most, and how is your experience. So it's a very simple form. I will share this link in chat so everyone can give the feedback. So whenever I will refresh the data set, I can see the response. But yeah, before that, I need to create a Power BI data set, Power BI desktop file, or I need to create a streaming data set also. So let's do that first. And after that, you start responding to this demo survey. So I will go to the Power BI app service, Power BI service again. Then I will go to same workspace. Here I can go to dataset and we can see the diabetes dataset, but I will create a new streaming dataset. So for creating a new streaming dataset, I will click on create dataset. Sorry, my bad. I will click on create streaming dataset, and we will use API for that. And we'll give the name. Name will be streaming survey dataset. So we'll use the historic data analysis. We keep that on. So what kind of values we want from the survey? So if we closely look the survey, so first option is which laptop. So I will click laptop, and I want the output as input as text. Then second is what's the duration of the laptop that you are using. So I will write duration It also contains as a string because 0 to 1 year it will consider as a string. So that's why I'm keeping text here. Third option is which technology you use most. So technology, it is also text. And the last option is rating. So rating will consider as number. So here you see, like, we don't need to create any code. We don't need to write any code. It will, the Power BI service will automatically creates a code down here. So it's a great tool. Now I will hit on create. So as I created, we can see the streaming survey dataset. Now we'll click on create report. So until now we don't have any dataset previously stored, but I will create a table with like laptop name, duration, technology and rating. And same, I will pin this report to a dashboard. Okay, I have to save this report. So I will give the name streaming survey. Streaming survey. Now I will create a new dashboard for this, which will be streaming survey dashboard. Okay, let's go to dashboard. So right now we are seeing blank values. So what we'll do is, now I will create a flow. So for creating a flow, we'll again click on create automated flow. We'll give the name as streaming survey. Power BI. Then what when I want to trigger, whenever my form will get a new response, I want to hit the trigger on. So I will click when a new response is submitted in the Microsoft Forms. Create. So I have to pick up the form. So the name of my Microsoft form is demo survey. So I select that. Next step is I want to store and I want to collect. I want to collect the response also. So I will write forms, and inside the forms I will select get response details. Same, I need to select the form name. Response ID will be the list of response notification ID. So I will click on that. It will come here automatically. After that, I will I will add those data to my Power BI dataset. So what I will do is I will write again Power BI. Now we'll use the second option, which is add rows to a dataset. So I click on that. I will select the workspace. Workspace is Wednesday webinar. Dataset is streaming survey dataset. And table, so real-time data. Now we can see that here there are 4 options comes automatically as per the streaming dataset. One is laptop, duration, technology and rating. Now what kind of values I want, that I need to select from here. So I click here, then here I can see a list. So in laptop, I need the data from this question, which laptop do you use? For duration, I want for how many years you are using the above laptop. For technology, I will select the technology you use the most of the time. And for rating, I will select how is your experience. So it's very simple. So now you just need to save this flow. So it started saving. All right, it's already saved. Now we can go back. So now I will share this link, and whenever you start submitting the response, I should get the streaming data, updated data set, updated data over here. So start entering the responses. So I will also write a response. So Dell, I'm using Dell, 0 to 1 year. I'm using Power BI most of the time. I will give 5-star rating and I will hit submit. So let's go to our flow. So it will take a moment, I guess. Oh, okay. So here we can see 13 seconds ago, there is something data entered. So now I can see that over here. Yeah, so we can see it comes automatically. We don't need to use any refresh. So we can see that the one entry is Dell 0 to 1 year and technology is Power BI, rating is 5. So let's check if someone else also updated the form. I guess no one has updated the form yet. Oh, I guess the form, you can't open the form maybe. Okay, wait, I will.
Dhruv, if you can send the form again, because I think there's some technical
Okay,
details it's asking.
all right, all right. I will again share the form.
Thank you.
I will share. Anyone with the link can respond. I will copy. I will paste that link again. Let's check. Okay. Now I guess it's a different link generated, maybe. Yeah. Now, if you tried it, I can see the response over here. I guess now the form is open. Okay, I can see the response 2 seconds ago. And in Power BI service also it will update in short. Yes, okay, so it's updated. So now I can see four responses. So now 5. Thank you for responding to the form. So yeah, so we can see that using the flow, we don't need to update, we don't need to refresh any data set in Power BI. It will come automatically. Also, we can use this tool to see real-time updates. So we can create any kind of graphs also, and it will show us according to that. But whenever we click on the report, in the report we can't see the data set. So for this thing, we just need to refresh from here. But on the dashboard, we can see the updated response. So that's the one thing that we need to take care of. But yeah, apart from that, everything is good for this thing. So let's go back to the tech and okay, so let's quickly go through what we did in 2 demos. So sorry, for the first demo, we refreshed the data set of Power BI using Power Automate. So simple steps. First, we connect the Excel data from OneDrive to Power BI desktop. We create a basic report. Basically we created a card which counts the number of rows. We publish that report to Power BI service. Then we create a flow in Power Automate, which refresh the data set after updating the data set. And then we validate that thing also. And in the second demo, we add the rows to Power BI dataset using Power Automate. So it can be used in like a company where you want to see the internal, when you want to do some internal survey. So survey usually created on Microsoft Form. So we also create a demo Microsoft Form. Then we create a streaming data set in Power BI service, and we create a flow in Power Automate which refresh the data set after adding rows. So that's the thing that we have done. If anyone has any questions, please you can ask now, or you can email us anytime. And thank you. Now Joshita will go forward.
Thank you, Dhruv, for the presentation. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. Okay. So I request all the attendees to share their email addresses in the chat window. so that we can share further communications about our upcoming webinars. And all our webinar decks and recordings are available on our Cloud9 website under the respective event information. Please visit our site www.cloud9infosystems.com. And coming to our assessments, Azure assessment is a Microsoft and Cloud9 joint investment. This is a consulting service available for your organization, and depending upon your organization, it may be free, or you may use these consulting hours to get a roadmap to one of these services like Azure migration, SQL upgrade, Power BI, and analytics. If you are interested, please email us at c9sales@cloud9infosystems.com or call us at 855-225-6839. And our upcoming webinar will be next month. Communication will be sent out soon regarding the topic. Thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you in our next session. Have a great afternoon. Thank you.